Each chiropractor has their own story why they became a chiropractor. They may have discovered chiropractic by way of an injury. Others, as the story we are about to introduce, discovered chiropractic as a last resort. Our next story is a story we didn't produce, but we were so inspired by watching it, we asked Dr. Chris Zaino if we could share it with you. And he, of course, has agreed. I know the story will reinforce your belief in the power of chiropractic. So let's go ahead and roll the tape.
What is the most important asset of your life? Every time I talk to people, they'll tell me one thing. It's their health. What are you basing your health off of? Is it how you look? Is it how you feel? Let me tell you my story. Back in 1998, I won Mr. America. I was 21 years of age. So here I looked good, I felt great. Several years later, all of a sudden, I start going to the bathroom several times a day. So maybe it was a stomach bug. Then a month later, I'm bleeding every time I'm going to the bathroom. In 2 months, I went from 230 pounds all the way down to 179 pounds. And now I'm scared. Where'd this come from? I eat great, I exercise, what's wrong with me? So we went to the doctor and they did emergency colonoscopy and they diagnosed me with an incurable disease called ulcerative colitis. And so during that time I was given a course of high-dose medications. Within a period of a couple months, it's not working. I'm getting worse, I'm getting worse. So then I went to the best in the world. They were #1 for digestive disease at that time. And now we were looking at drugs such as a low-dose chemotherapy. Theory being, if we could lower down that immune system from that autoimmune disease, we could then take care of the symptom. I felt like damaged goods, because here I'm trying to be the knight in shining armor for my wife, but she's taking care of me. How about if the best in the country, almost the best in the world, told you the only option you have is now we have to remove your colon. And then the biggest killer of all was that you'd be sterile. My wife and I can't experience the joy of having children. And then at that point, a doctor I knew, he's a corrective care chiropractor. He's like, I know something that's going to change your life. And he educated me. How God intended every part of my body to function, heal, and operate and regenerate. And he was all about stop covering the symptoms, let's look to the cause. And I saw I had a huge curvature on my lower spine, like an upside down question mark. And here I'm deadlifting on this, I'm putting heavy weights on my back. God put the most amazing healing potential in your brain. Health is the optimal functioning of your body. And my brain controls all function of the body. Therefore, that was the system that had to be looked at. We started getting adjustments. My spine went from a 20-degree curvature down to an 11. Then the second thing we have to start looking at was food. There's food by God. There's food that your body was naturally created to eat. And then there's food by man, food that's processed. It's denatured. We had to throw away the fake processed garbage and then start eating real food. And then through there, the biggest factor in my healing was a faith factor. How can this body all of a sudden on its own turn around and heal itself? Can anybody figure out exactly what you need from conception to death? And the answer is, of course not. There's only one thing that knows exactly what you need every millisecond in the perfect amount, and that's you. I always say God needs no help, just no interference. So you have to allow your body to restore function so it can heal the way you were created to. By 7 months, I was up 35 pounds. I was completely off my medication, and the blood had finally stopped. And I knew at that point that I was moving towards every single thing that I was created to be. It is every single person's birthright to reach the soul purpose. What if I didn't make that choice? I could have easily went the surgical route. I'm extremely glad that I made the choice. I had to make the choice. I'm going to go with going to the cause and not just masking the symptoms anymore. And what's amazing about that is now because one man took the time and he loved and he cared for me the way he did, over a decade later, I'm healthy, I'm whole. You know, I get to take care of my wife. I have a beautiful son, Justice, who never would have been here. I have another child on the way who never would have been here. I'm blessed to see over 2,000 people a week, patients, coming through my office. They never would have been coming through the office. They never would have been getting well. They're coming off their drugs. They're coming off their medications. They're living a quiet life they never thought possible. Their lives are changing so they could step into their dreams, their goals, and their purpose. I get to speak all over the country today, influencing doctors now, helping doctors influence people in their town so they could help thousands of people in their town. I had to make a choice, and now the choice is yours. My health is my responsibility, but your health is now your responsibility. Once you take control of your health, then you'll truly be able to earn the right to be able to have the life of your dreams. I'm Dr. Zaino, and my sole purpose is for people to live fulfilled lives through healthy living.